quick bracket here, 18 holes at St. Andrews. Do a bit of a talk through. This hole I'm just going to lay off pretty good. Leave me with a nice little wedge in. Let's see, it should leave me about 55 yards, somewhere around that range. Right here is not bad. Left's a little trickier. Right's kind of the easier putt. So I'm going to aim right here. Should probably play a little less and miss staying late. But I'm just going to play still do that. So I'm either going to try to ding it or miss ding it just slightly late. 54 for me. About right here. So ding or slight miss ding. Yeah, slight miss ding. I'm still 5-6 feet with an easy uphill putt. So, not a big deal. Tap in here. And I always think about not dinging. I'm not the most prolific dinger in this game, so I have to think about kind of safety shots, especially with this ball. I don't ding this ball a ton. Let's see. Should be a really good distance here. This should land short. And then hopefully go 5 or 6 feet past. Should be on a good line. A little ridge it'll catch here. Yeah. Not going to be the best putt. I think over here is obviously your easier putt, but below the hole I'm pretty happy with it. Okay. Got lucky there, came in on the backside, but shouldn't have gone in, especially with the 100. I know I wouldn't need to ding it when I use the 100 scale, so that's a bit of a lucky one. But I did hit it a little firmer, so that obviously helped. I don't have the distance to carry the ridge here. Yeah, still just going to be an easy little wedge in. Yardage really. About 87, something in that range. So I've got a nasty little ridge to my right. So right of this pin's a nasty little ridge. So if I'm going to miss, I'm going to miss ding early here. Let's see, 86. I've got a couple options. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, thought I had to sneeze. So I can go with the full and try to hit it somewhere in here. It's kind of a weird yardage. Or I can go with the full 80 with top. Again, I don't know how much this is going to release out. So let's say worst case scenario, it lands probably 85. Leaves me 10 feet away. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Again, I'm going to miss ding early or ding it. Or I miss terribly late down the ridge. It's going to be Okay. So right now I'm just debating if I want to ram it or play the full distance. At the beginning of that putt back here, you can see it's moving pretty fast. Typically the beginning of the putt's going to be quicker than the end. So I've got two choices. I think it's either on the edge of the cup here or just outside. And I'm just kind of running through both in my head. I think I go this route and I hit it hard. Missing. Definitely got to ding that. That's an easy hole. Always hate working away with par. Such an easy hole. Yeah. Okay. Nothing big here. Missing late just because anything right's in trouble. Shouldn't be able to get down here. Okay. Back pin tends to release a little more. So I need to account for that. Play this. Let's see. 136 to the pin. Let's see. So 136. I'm going to play it probably like it's 133, 134. That won't kill me. Again, that was a dinger a little late. So there's a little bit of release I was talking about. Not a bad start, minus the little gaff on the third hole there. Monster push. It's a good tee-ball. Just got to pray for a good kick. Looks like I'm going to get it. Yeah, that's fine with me. Okay. Let's see. I want to make sure I get all the way back. I don't even care if I'm way back here. So, ideally I want to land somewhere right here and just bounce it back. So it would be, yeah, it's perfect. Okay, so I'll just go with that. Should be pretty good. Catch that ridge. That's going to be a decent little shot there. Can never force myself to go high. I would just rather be over here versus catching the rough or something crazy. I just want to look at it with the putter, even if it's a longer type of putt. I'm perfectly okay with that. Again, the beginning of the putt's going to break more than the end. line feels pretty good. I'm kind of thinking right here, if it comes back. See, I'm starting to wonder if that's not going to, doesn't look like it's going to come back. So I'm going to stick with what I originally thought. Oh, hit it too hard. A little hard, a little easier, and that's in for sure. Surprised that went so far. That was unfortunate. Could have got that third hole back there. This one plays 83, 84. So what I'm thinking, a lot of times this will release. Worst case, it doesn't. It's not the worst putt being short on this hole. Maybe I'll just give it a little for release. Now I'm thinking about the approach. Anything right is okay. Left of the hole leaves a pretty tricky little putt. So I go right here. Worst case, I'm going to ding late. Dinged a little late. It's perfectly okay. Not a tricky putt. If I ding it, it's right distance, right wind. We've been pretty close. Not much to this. I'm just going to ram it in here. This hole, it really depends on how tricky you want to get with it. I'll probably go delayed off driver. Just want to find the fairway. I don't really care how far down I get as long as I get over this little hump. And it should be fine. Should roll over it. Still leaves me with a pretty nice little yardage actually. This is a TaylorMade full 56. Let's see, 14. I play it there. I played a little less than what it should be, just because I'm going to anticipate on a late ding again here. Now there is some release I could get. It should be okay. This should land slightly short of the hole anyway. Yeah, so there's the release. But again, it's just kind of knowing whereabouts you're going to land. Missing on the right side, that's just so huge. You don't have to ding every single shot. Just know where you don't want to be. Had I missed early on that, I probably would have been 7, 8 yards, I don't know, 20 feet probably, especially on St. Andrews. Okay, this one, let's see, I like 226, I'd say. I want to play safe here. I don't think the wind's going to move it this much, but that's okay. So 226 might go long, but there's nothing wrong with long here. Again, I'm going to miss late or ding. Just happened to ding that one. Really thought I was going to miss on the other way. Yeah, went a little long. That's okay. I can make a putt from here. Short leaves you some nasty little putts. Doesn't look like it's going to do much here. This is probably just a putt where I ram it. I don't want to fiddle around with it too much. Should be alright. Good wind. Lately I've been getting some terrible winds. And I have no... There we go. So this is not enough wind, so I could miss early, try to counteract it, or I could play for the ding. I think I'm just gonna miss early here. So I'm gonna miss somewhere about right here. Not enough oomph to get on the green. Still a makeable little pitch though. I like this distance actually. Probably should have given it a little more just to make sure I got on the green. Okay, so I gotta think about the wind. The wind's gonna push it this way. Somewhere about right there should be good. 24 for me is about right there. Oop. Take the wind into effect, moves it to about right there. Oh, so close. Little strong. Alright, so fairly solid front nine there, minus the missed putt at 5 and missing the birdie on 3 from 89 yards, if I remember right. Not much you can do here. I'm just going to try to actually use this little crater and run it up over it, hopefully. Ah, here's a guy. Okay, so this one is just going to be a nice little full 60. The only thing I've got to watch is when it hits, it's going to spin back a little bit. So I'll probably put a little bit of top on it just to negate some of the backspin I'm going to get. So not a ton. Again, this is one where the way I have it played, I really need to ding it. So I'm going to try to really play a ding, but if I don't ding, it's slightly late. That's a little more than slightly, but it'll be fine. Alright, so I'm hoping for a headwind on this hole. Tailwind is bad. Yeah, it's pretty good wind. I'll take that any day of the week, actually. Let's see, so just gonna move the ball probably about 3, play like 184, 185. This hole, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play to miss ding on purpose. So I'm gonna play for miss early, just a hair. It's playing about 85. It should probably hit the 5 iron, although I'd really like to hit the 6 just to hold it. Double check my wind here. Yeah, okay, I think I got that played right. Alright, so again, I'm going to try to miss just slightly early or ding. Yeah, it's going to be a little offline because of that. Oh, it's actually dead on mine. Typically this wind plays a little bit stronger than it says. But that worked out nicely. Not much to do here but clean up. Miss a little late. Or ding. Yeah, it would have been nice to have been able to go for this one. So again, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to miss ding late here. Not going to hit a full shot. So ding or late. late, and it should be fine. Let's play it a little bit into the side, but I don't think it's really going to affect it too much. So I've got this set up. I'm just going to hit a punch with just a tad of backspin. I don't want it to roll out too much. And again, I've got it set up where I'm going to miss late. So I miss just either ding it'll be a little left of the pin, I can still make the putt. Really, I want to miss just a hair late, not a ton. Let's see, probably won't land this 43 or so. And I dinged it. Yeah, not bad. Good distance there. This hole, we just got to avoid the bunkers. I can put a little top on it, just a hair of top, and see if I can get some release. Should be just fine. Skirting with it just a little bit, but not going to get there. So, pretty long shot left here. Let's see. Probably 180, 186 is what I'm going to say. Wind's going to push it probably like 5 or 6. Again, I've got a ridge on this hole to the right I can use. It's not going to be much benefit into this wind. But even if I miss short and left here, I'm fine. If I go right, I'm fine. But I'm going to aim for a ding here, which is very hard for me. It's going to release just slightly. I got a ding. So it should hit and release. It didn't release much, but below the hole's fine. You can see the ridge I was talking about. I'm kind of on it. But you can use this ridge to funnel it back to the hole, especially if you have a right to left wind. I always play about 3-4 yards right of what I think it is to use that ridge. Tricky little putt here. Let's see, I'm just debating if I want to ram it or if I want to hit this thing at speed. I think it'll probably ram it. That's a downside to ramming it. Then you have a little tricky comebacker. Makeable putt there. Okay, biggest thing here is find the fairway. So this guy, I don't know if he's trolling me or what, 60.01 a few days ago, and he keeps boosting it up. I'm not boosting it up on purpose, or sometimes I play bad. My apologies for that. Okay, this one, I'm going to bounce it up. So I'm going to put full top on it. Worst case, I end up, somewhere around here. I'm very comfortable hitting that shot or even this putt. I just don't like being long here. So basically, I'm trying to figure out what iron I need to hit. Probably a 4. So if I go 4 with full top, I might get lucky and run on. Or I might stay short, but I'm okay with either. Yeah, it's going to be short. That's okay. It's a shot I've hit 100 times, if not 200. So you can flop it. I kind of like a pitch here. Flop's probably the right decision. I just haven't hit a flop here enough to be comfortable with it. So I'll hit a pitch, and maybe I'll try to flop that with it. So flop's probably the best decision here. Let's see. I have to remember how far my flop distances even go. That's how long it's been since I've hit a flop. I want to land this 16, 17 yards, so somewhere around right there, maybe. Yeah, aim was off. I'm not I just can't flop and know exactly where it's going to go as opposed to pitches and chips. Alright, big thing here is hit the fairway. 306, probably not getting over there. So I'm going to play somewhat conservative here. Yeah, didn't want to miss that early. I don't think it's going to roll in the rough. Yep, so I'm good with that. Tricky little approach here, depending on how you want to play it. 62, so it's going to be a little 7-iron with a touch of backspin off of it. So this hole, everything releases, and it'll go way past. So anything that lands pin high is going to go past. You can see there's a little ridge here. Hopefully you can see it. What I want to do is land it right here, and then it should trickle down to the hole. So that's the goal. Left of the pin's not too bad. Should be good. I could land this a little short if I wanted. So that should land a little short of the pin or pin high. Oh, that almost screwed me up. Should be a pretty solid shot here. Get down. Yeah. Downhill, it's pretty tricky. I'm sorry, downwind. Into the wind, you can be a little more aggressive with it, but downwind, you have to kind of be smart with it. Another good wind. Should be able to run this thing down pretty good ways. Ugh. That was terrible. Okay. Like 110 is what I'm thinking. Probably somewhere in that 110 range. Here, if I miss, I want to miss early. I don't want to miss late if I can absolutely not. That would be good. So here or dang. Should release a little. Yeah. Not a tricky putt at all here. Alright, at 17. Be nice if I could birdie 17. Again, I just want to make sure I find the fairway. It's not going to kill me. Not exactly a good wind, and I'm not in a good spot to attack this pin. So it's going to be a pretty safe shot. Got about 190 to the pin. 90 to the pin. I want to land right where the 4's at. So I really don't even need to adjust the aimer. It should be fine on its own. 190 pin high. I don't want to land this pin high. I want to land this 4 or 5 yards short and get it to roll a little bit. That's not going to be good. I'm going to miss late there, if anything. It's going to be bunkered. Yeah, might as well have been in the bunker. So that's in the fescue. Not a good shot there. Yeah. Reach into the old flop bag again. Again, not a shot I'm comfortable hitting whatsoever. That's a terrible view. Okay, thinking, gotta think about release here. How far is it gonna release? If I hit this, probably like it's, let's see, about 13 yards. It should land about 8, maybe 7, and then release the rest of the way is what I'm thinking. Is it true? I don't know. Let's give it a try. 7 or 8. If it landed 8, just kept going and going. Definitely a weak spot in my game. Definitely have to get better at the flops. Okay, so not a terrible look at it to save par. Thinking right there's good. Nope, didn't play enough break. Didn't hit it hard enough either. There you go. Terrible. Decent round up until that shot. Bad approach. So nice little bogey there. Yeah. See if maybe I can get a lucky bounce here. Not going to get up there, but get close. A couple different options here. I can pitch. I can play a little. I can play pretty much whatever I wanted here. I can play a full shot, play a punch. Got the landing room. Got the landing room to play a punch. Or a pitch, sorry. I think it probably a shot though. Probably 23 or so. Oof. Wow, sucker took off. Took off like crazy. Okay. Just gonna ram this in. I probably shouldn't. Should probably play this full speed just because I don't want it to go off the green. Let's see. Tricky little putt, actually. I don't think this is the line, but I'm just going to go with it. seeing it. Not seeing it drop from there. Yeah, it's definitely not the line. Better. It feels a little better. No, I had to ding it. If I ding it, I think it's in. Pretty sour finish there. Par. Yeah. Alright guys, that's been my talk through. Pretty solid and it just kind of pissed it away a little bit the last 2 holes. 4 point getting it tight. Pretty much the whole round. Just couldn't get out. Probably should have been, could have been 56. Realistically, it'd be 7.